Yeah, I'll just wait for the. But I have carpal tunnel, I think, or like at least I had it like yesterday, I think. And yeah, that was when I wanted to do a bunch of stuff on the computer, and then I couldn't. It's like, oh, awesome, dude, that's great. Yeah. I love it. Yeah, it's just been a time. You know, a lot of self-reflection, just a lot of just all that. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Yeah, it's freaking great because I also written off me like, because I obviously like for like driving visits or something like that, because that's just required by law, and I basically writ it off because I haven't done it since like July or something. It seemed like they just were never gonna call us back. Well, guess what? They call us back today, and it's freaking 2 weeks from now, which is great, dude. Because you know, what I want to do when I absolutely hate driving is 2 hours straight of driving, dude. I love it. It's exactly what I want. With a stranger, you know, it's exactly what I want. Someone with social anxiety who hates driving, dude. Like, it's awesome. Fantastic, dude. And also the freaking car sucks too. Like, it's not even good. Like, someone's off like the brakes or something. Like, it feels like you have to press down very hard on it, and like I feel like also the turning's weird. Like, there's also that, and then also they're gonna pick me up at the school, so everybody's literally gonna see me in a freaking driving school car. There's also that. It's freaking stupid. Because even literally yesterday I was like, oh, you might just want to like not work, because my mom obviously cared a lot more about it. I didn't, because I think with most cases with driving schools, like the student also is as excited as the parent. But no, it's the opposite for me. I was happy just with how it was, you know. I was fine with it, because again, I hate driving with a burning passion. It's the only way you can get freaking around America unless you live in the big cities. So it's just great, dude. I love it. It's awesome. I love freaking lobbying, dude. So then we just don't freaking get anything useful. You know, we all just suffer, and then just the freaking 1% just gains a bunch of money so they can just sit around and do nothing. You know, it's awesome. I love that. Like, that's the thing. Like, it should not be a requirement to get a driver's license. My mom even said, it's like, oh, well, it's like one of those things is like cooking or like doing the laundry and like the dishes. And I'm like, that should not be linked together. Like, those three should be in their own section. Like, driving should not be included in that as like something you need to learn. Like, that's stupid. That is dumb. Like, it should not be a requirement to know how to drive, to get around places. Like, that's stupid. It makes zero sense. I'm pretty sure even like every other country too, it's like that. Like, if you're in like a town or something, like, you just take public transportation. It's that simple, and it's how it should work. You know, like, if you just need to go to your local grocery store, just take the bus to it. You know, like, it's stupid. You have to drive there yourself, and oh, guess what? You just freaking ran into someone because you made one mistake. They're dead now. Like, awesome. Or it's just like a huge inconvenience for everybody now, because then they have to do freaking insurance and all that nonsense. And it's like, great. Fantastic, dude. I love it. Yeah, because, you know, an easy way to help with traffic is to make it so you have public transportation, so there's less cars on the road. That's an easy way to do it. You know? Because actually making the roads bigger doesn't reduce traffic. It just makes more people want to drive on the roads. So if you made it so they have an opportunity that would make them not drive, then that would lower traffic. Say like a bus, for example. Then they wouldn't want to drive because they can just take the bus there. Like, driving is so stupid. It really is. Like, I just hate cars with burning passion, unironically. It's just so stupid, and I just think someone was how my brain works. Like, I should not be driving. Like, I shouldn't. Like, and I saw, was it Adam Conover? Is that his last name? He did a whole, like, stand-up bit on cars, and, like, I think it's the first time I've, like, completely agreed with a comedy thing, right? Like, exactly. You know, like, if you want to actually know how I feel about cars, like, that stand-up comedy skit is basically how I feel. And, like, the thing is, like, he made a comedy. I'm pretty sure he's not joking either. I'm sure, like, like, all of that, he believed what he was saying. And, like, I believe that, too. Like, because cars are freaking stupid. Like, I guess let's have this death machine going around, you know? Just like, oh, one error and you're just dead. It's like, that's stupid. And, like, it bothers me, too, because I think if my mom's like, oh, well, they're making cars safer. It's like, yeah, but they're not making it safe for the people around them. So, like, the pedestrians, like, they just did nothing. You know? Like, those people are just screwed. Yeah, I'm just gonna bump into you. Oh, you're dead now. Like, I don't understand. It's so stupid. I'm ranting about cars again. It's back to freaking late June all over again, man. Like, yeah, basically the freaking middle of my summer. God dang it, dude. Because, like, the thing is also, I think I'm driving, like, the country and, on the highway, or freeway, whatever. Like, I don't want to drive on the freeway. I don't. Because, again, like, I can't, with how my brain works, I don't think I'll ever be able to keep a consistent speed. So, like, why am I going to be on the freeway? That just seems like a safety hazard for me to be on the freeway if, like, I can't consistently keep a speed. I can do cruise control, sure, but, like, that's the only way I could probably get through the freeway. If I can't, like, keep a set speed, then, like, what's the point of me doing it? You know, like, yeah, I think that's just my main issue, man, is, like, I truly think I just should not be driving with how my brain works. And, like, how I'm someone who always has to be moving. Like, I just don't think I should be driving. I do think also, though, and you definitely should fund the schools first and then put in the policy, but I think, like, if schools have open enrollment, they have to be able to provide transportation to every person. I mean, unless it's, like, completely unreasonable, like 30 minutes or something like that away, like, then, yeah, they don't have to do that. But, like, if they're within, like, 10 to 15 minutes, I think you should be able to provide transportation for them. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm literally closer to the school I go to than the school that my house's district is in. Like, it's stupid. It's literally a straight line is the thing, too. Like, it's not even a hard drive either. It's just a straight line. The only turns I'm making is, like, basically turning onto that road and then turning into my house, or, like, vice versa, whatever, you know, or the school. Like, that's literally the only turns I'm making. It's just stupid that there's no transportation. Like, that's the whole reason my mom's so dead set on me driving anyways, because, like, she wants to get a second job, and she can't do that because I can't drive on my own. Yeah, my mom just keeps telling me all the perks about driving. It's like, I just don't care. I hate it with a burning passion. Like, I think video editing I just don't like. Like driving I just have a burning passion. And it sucks because we don't hear about it at all in media, dude. Like, it never gets talked about with like public transportation or anything. Like, politicians rarely bring it up. Like, it's insane, dude. I think it's probably because all the progressive ones are like live in cities, so they don't even think of it as a problem as much as like I do, who lives in a more rural area, who like has to drive to get through, like get to anywhere. Like, that's probably why I'm more biased towards it. I don't know, man. Freaking sucks. I hate it so much. I also just don't understand what's going on with this election, man. I really don't. Like, it just feels like both parties are trying to lose. Like, it's just making such a weird election. Cause, like, just look at this, it's so stupid. Like, what is this? Why are all the swing states tilt? Like, this isn't even meaning like they're doing a good job. It actually means the opposite. It means they're doing a bad job. Like, I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. Two capitalist parties, baby. And the Democrats are gonna do the bare minimum they can to win. Fantastic. I also did see that Allred's also doing anti-trans rhetoric, which is great and exactly what he should be doing if he wants to win. This is obviously sarcasm, and the fact that it's not, and it's a completely idiotic move to do. Especially when it actually seems like you have somewhat of a chance. And you just literally just screwed over a big part of your base. Like, that was dumb. That was very dumb. It's just so weird. Like, I don't know, man. I just get more and more confused, like, the more I look at this. Well, I mean, like, the thing is, like, I guess confusing is the right thing, because, like, I know why this is happening. It's just so frustrating. Because I think my thing still stands of, like, you know, if you did progressive policy in Israel, then this would probably be the result. Like, arms embargo in Israel. Like, and I don't even think it's hyperbole. I think it would be something like this. Maybe even more, with, like, these at least being, like, tilt, right? But, like, yeah, no, we're not there. We're not at that point. I think actually just for Israel, it'd probably be, like, this would be lean. I think these would still be lean, but, like, Michigan might, because Michigan is such a huge basin. Arabs and Lebanon actually as well. So yeah, I think Michigan might have stayed likely. But yeah, this is honestly what I think would happen if you did progressive policy and you know, freaking arms embargo. Like, even this could have happened, you know? We could have had a huge shift like that. And it could have also gone down to the Senate races too. And you could have maybe won Florida and Texas in the Senate, and Nebraska and Montana. And instead, you're being an idiot. You're just like, hey, these corporations are pretty neat. Because, you know, just screw the whole point of the government and the fact that it's trying to help people. Yeah, just don't worry about that. Who cares? It's just such a headache, dude. Like, why are you like this? Just why? Actually, I think that's what I said. It's just so frustrating. I hate it. Because yeah, this is what the result should be, honestly. It should be a blowout. And it's not. Because they're like, hey, you know what's a good idea? Courting Republicans. Doing an interview with Liz Cheney and complimenting her father, who's a war criminal. That's definitely gonna get the votes, you know? Definitely. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Alaska was lean regardless. Unless there's other polls, but I think like the most accurate pollsters have had them doing a lot worse in Alaska and Iowa. I think I was also after the debate, so I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe it is back to like how it was before. I think the thing with debates is like, yeah, if you just have them as a standalone thing for momentum, like it just won't matter. But like if you actually capitalize off of it, then like it's very big, and obviously they didn't. So yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, also, if, like, anybody, like, tweets them, like, oh, look at this guy coping hard about what Democrats are. But, like, the thing is like, this is a hypothetical. The one dude who said that Trump was going to win Virginia is the actual situation. Like, that was reality, and he was like, oh, yeah, like, the actual situation, he was like, oh, yeah, Virginia's going red. And it's like, what are you... What? Like, this is if they have progressive policy and, like, an arms embargo in Israel, which is a progressive policy, but... I just want to specify it specifically. You know, this is probably what it would be. At least something similar to this. See, I don't know if they realize, but like apolitical people like want good stuff to happen and like their lives to be better, which is also why like the right-wing framing is so stupid, because they just blame immigrants, which doesn't really help your status. Like, honestly, these people voting, because obviously they don't think, but like it's just like they don't take the time and think like, how is this actually going to help you? You know, because it's gonna do the opposite. It's actually gonna hurt you. And it's just like if they took those 2 seconds to realize, oh yeah, wait, no, none of this is actually gonna help. Or like they've had a known track record of not helping. You know, like I don't know. I will say, apparently we've not had great presidents, because I think Biden was ranked like 18th or 17th best president. He was like right under Reagan, which also Reagan was terrible. But yeah, I feel like that just kind of shows we haven't had a great president. Not that Biden was necessarily bad. I mean, the Israel stuff was bad, but like, he wasn't terrible. He was just kind of eh. Which, I mean, yeah, I guess he is kind of around the middle, so, like, it makes sense, but, like, he's still in, like, the upper half of presidents, which is crazy. Yeah. This sucks. I mean, I think it's still fine, honestly. Like, I think Kamala's still the favorite, as long as this doesn't switch over. And like too drastically, like Pennsylvania doesn't flip too drastically, because I do think if one party's going to be underestimated by polls, it's going to be Democrats, because there's just too much other stuff going on, like aside from the presidential election. Because like North Carolina has the governor race, Georgia just banned abortion, Arizona has an abortion referendum, Texas banned abortion, Florida just had the hurricane. I don't know if Pennsylvania had it. Does Pennsylvania have anything? I don't think so. Ohio has a gerrymandering referendum, so that will help Sherrod Brown out. So like, yeah, the Democrats just have like so much other stuff that's just gonna benefit them laying around. And I think the thing with those polls is like, yeah, obviously like they're just only asking about the election, right? Which I'm sure when you actually vote, because I haven't done it, but like you can just choose to abstain from voting a certain thing, right? So I'm sure like there are going to be some people who just abstain from the presidential part, but like will vote for the other stuff. Actually, I don't know if that. Yeah, that doesn't prove the point of why she would do better, but it would bring out Democrats more. Or at least more people, which typically are Democrats. People who don't show up are usually Democrats. So, yeah. Yeah. It's just... like, Yeah, the thing is though, like, I'm not upset right now just because of this, because like I knew this was happening, right? So like I've already been used to it. It was the driving thing that I was super upset about. So I have to get my stupid temps again. Gotta freaking be like, oh hey, what is the punishment for this crime that you probably will never commit? You know, and would probably be told to you in a courtroom anyway. Like, why is that on a freaking test? If I don't break the law, then I don't need to know it, you know? Or like, the courtroom will probably tell me what the freaking ruling is on that, or I could just ask a lawyer. Why do I need to know that on my own? It's freaking stupid. Doesn't make any sense. I'm doing a finger exercise then. So if you're hearing something, it's that. So yeah, my fingers are very weak. They're extremely weak. Just hoping I can maybe use that to make them be a bit better. Yeah. I'm surprised that 538 actually has it that Republicans are going to win the House. Like, they're more likely to. Surprising me. Because even, like, Republican polling market, I think, has said that... like, look at this. This is not going to happen. But, like... I think even they said, the House is going to Democrats more likely. But I think also it's just that less people participating in them, probably. Is another thing. Yeah, it says the House is 55% Democrat. So, yeah. I do think, though, now there's, like, some kind of weird opium going on with the Senate, though, also, at this point. I mean, I think Allred just freaking ruined whatever slim chance he had of winning, because I think if he did win, it would have been by the slimmest margin. And so alienating your LGBTQ voter base is not what you want to do. Especially 24 days before the election. That is not what you want to do. You know? That to me seems like a mistake. Also, why are you capitulating to freaking Ted Cruz, dude? Like, come on. The reason why you're almost winning is because he's unpopular. Why are you capitulating to something he did? Like, that's stupid, man. Come on. Like, I'm sure people are voting for you because they don't like Ted Cruz and are actually voting for someone else. Use your brain, man. And also, literally no other Democrat capitulated on trans issues, so like that's also crazy. Just to do that now. If Mans lose by like less than a point, he can only blame himself for that. I mean, that was the dumbest move he could have done. What are we doing? Hopefully during that Senate debate he backtracks on that, but like, my god. That was so idiotic. Like, dude, I swear even me currently, like a freaking minor, could run in these political positions and win, dude. Like, it's just insane. I mean, the thing is, like, we just have to get Democrats back to progressive at this point. Which the only way you can really do that is go out to primaries. And, like, tell other people to go out to primaries too, right? The only way. I mean, I think we'll see a change, like, maybe not this election for sure. I'm not even sure 2026, but maybe 2028. We just need someone at, like, the national, like, presidential level to be progressive again. Bernie was the closest, but, like, we need that badly. Honestly, I have a feeling that even if, like, Walz were to be the next in line, right, because he'd be the VP, it'd be absolutely, like, the next obvious choice. I have a feeling he's gonna get dumbed down and, like, be just a liberal again. At that point, if he's under 8 years of a Kamala presidency, I feel like he'd probably be very lived up. Yeah, that or he's just gonna be behind the scenes talking about actual progressive stuff, but not actually doing that. Because, you know, that's great. If ever we're just hearing stuff of them, like, actually saying progressive stuff and then not doing it. Because, like, it doesn't even make sense to play politics with it. You're losing because you're doing that. Is the thing. Because it's freaking Donald Trump, dude. People aren't gonna be swayed one way or the other by Donald Trump. Or at least a very small majority will. And I think why most people are undecided is because Trump's policies suck and are not popular, and then Kamala doesn't really say anything. Which is, like, another issue. Or, like, the policies she talks about all the time are, like, the bad ones. It doesn't make any sense. I guess because those are the Republican ones, so they're trying to court Republicans, but again, they don't exist. When Donald Trump's the nominee, they don't exist. Even then, though, I feel like Republicans, they're still going to have the same image. And I don't even know if they'd be as united, honestly. Like, if they had, like, a Ron DeSantis or something like that, I don't think they'd do as well. Because I don't think as many people would rally around them. Because I think a lot of those people are just Trump or nothing, you know? They're Trump or nothing guys. Like, honestly, Nikki Haley winning probably would have been the best scenario for Democrats, because I feel like Trump would have started a third-party candidacy. Right? And so you basically would have had what Woodrow Wilson did, except it was actually, like, a good candidate. You know? And it wasn't the progressives screwing them over, it was old Donald Trump. So yeah. I don't think he would have been able to resist running third party, because I think he's basically only running so he just doesn't get arrested at this point. Yeah. Ugh. I hate it. Yeah, honestly, I think if Hillary didn't have so many scandals when, like, was like decently popular, she probably would have won. It's just because it was Hillary Clinton, I think, was the problem. Well, probably also she just kind of spit in the face of leftists. So that was another thing that she did, which is not great. Yeah. I just want to again point out that I'm only so doom and gloom because of the freaking stupid driving thing again. That's the main reason. I don't think I would be so doom and gloom. Like, I probably would still be talking about this, but like I wouldn't be like sighing, you know, and like have this going on if the stupid driving thing didn't happen. Cause yeah, it was really like, you know, I was just starting to get over it, and then like life was just like, nah, I'm just gonna throw one more FU out there. It's like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. As I was starting to like get over it, you know, just throw another one at me. Fantastic, dude. I love it. I just hate everything, you know? That's how I feel. But I just hate everything. Yeah, because that VP debate, I don't think changed anything at all. It literally didn't. I think it just made Walz and Vance more favorable. That's literally all it did. It's like it did absolutely freaking nothing. Yeah. Awesome, dude. I will say on the registered stuff, it seems like typically Democrats do better when it's registered voters compared to likely. Usually. Yeah, I still think she'll be fine though, again, as long as she doesn't drop below and they start predicting Trump's gonna win the state by too much. Like, if all of them are like lean at that point, I think she's lost. Or even like close to lean. Like, especially Pennsylvania. If that one's like close to lean, then I think she probably loses. But if it's still like really close, I think she'll be fine. I think she's still probably the favorite. I mean, everybody's predicting Kamala will win, but I don't know, man. It's real hard to tell because they're not making it really easy. That's for sure. Ugh. I thought they're like, oh, Oregon didn't play, it's plus 15. I mean, I assume that was a joke. You know? Cause yeah, that's not gonna happen. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't start anything, man, because like I just always go on these tangents for like a while. I mean, the thing is though is like, because I was gonna be like, I was definitely gonna talk into this a lot more optimistic, because I was like, oh, like I had this great like talk, and again I was going back to like when I was like, oh, I was just starting to get over it. Yeah, I was like having a talk, and then I was like, oh, well, so like get you a guitar, so like go to a guitar store and so like you can maybe get a guitar or something like that, because you need a hobby other than being on the computer. And yeah, again, me being at this point just like so quiet really is the stupid driving thing. It's not election. I mean, some of it is, but it's like not all of it. I would still be talkative, you know, and honestly probably talking about Hollow stuff, you know. That's not happening. Boo 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 doo boo boo ba da boo ba boo. Yeah, it's also great that Biden's like literally saying like, you know, calling Netanyahu evil and like getting upset at him and still not doing anything. Like, you stop that, and then just nothing, you know? Absolutely nothing. No. That's another thing too, is because I was gonna ask my brother, because my brother just sits around all day in his room. And obviously, I mentioned before I hate video editing. I was like, I might ask him if I can, or if he would be willing to edit some stuff for me, but like, this is just what you see. And then it's like whatever playing in the background, you know? And it's also so loud that I'm pretty sure you can't really get rid of the music. Because also I don't record on separate tracks. So yeah, that's an issue. I mean, the mic and the desktop audio are on separate tracks, but like obviously when you record it, it's all one thing. Yeah, I'm sure there's a way, because I think you can also do it like with Audacity. The thing is like why I'm worried to do it in Audacity, because like I feel like it wouldn't sound as good, you know. And like I'm not even editing them anyway, so it's like, what's the point? But yeah, I was gonna ask him if he would edit stuff, but yeah, again, like what is he gonna do with this? Just put in subtitles? Like that's it. There's nothing you can really do, and also I don't say anything clip-worthy, honestly. Like I say political stuff, but it's just like, I've said it multiple times, and also I just, again, feel like it's just not clip worthy. Like, I need to get back to like doing stuff, but it's just, man, life is really not making it easy. That's for sure. Like, I hate everything. I mean, if Kamala wins, you know, then I think I won't care about politics as much, right? Because then I wouldn't stare at a political map, you know, all day. But if Trump wins, oh boy. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like America does need a reset, and that would make us a lot quicker towards one. So there is that. I mean, I think we could get out of this mess, but again, like, it is such a mess. Like, we literally have people unironically believing that the government can control the weather. Like, that is insane. Like, also, how do these people, like, know that, like, I mean, they're not thinking, obviously, but, like, even then, why are you trusting those people specifically, right? And not the, like, meteorologists or the scientists? Like, I don't get it. That's what blows my mind the most, man. They're listening to people like freaking Donald Trump, like they know how the world works, and like JD Vance. Like that's insane that those people are like, yep, and like they'll just take their word for it. Like, you should do like a scientist, and it's like, well, what are we doing here? Like, I don't get it. I really don't. It makes zero sense. Freaking hate it, dude. Ugh. There's just so much wrong, man. And it's just like, Like, I feel like even like normal people at this point are just sick of politics, dude. And it's just like, there's like no hope, man, because like, I mean, you know, or like, it's very hard to be hopeful. I shouldn't say there's no hope. That's a bad mindset to have, but it's just, it feels that way sometimes, man. I'll just be like, yep, this is our fate. This is how we're gonna go. I'm hoping with like the new generation coming up and like the older generation is going away, though, like that'll change. I think like Japan will be the same way too, because I think Japan is the same thing where like they have a lot of older people. I'm just gonna look up their average age. I think they're one of the oldest. Yeah, 50. That's their average age. That is crazy. Yeah, their median is the second highest. Oh, that's median age. Okay. Yeah. This country's population is the world's oldest, yeah. 2060 almost be one elderly person for each person working age. Huh. Oh, maybe it's not the same with Japan then. That was like baby boomers as well, but maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. It's still going up. So maybe it's not looking as good for Ant-Man. I definitely thought that they would have had the same issue as we do. I guess ours is only, what, like 38 or something like that, median age? Which is still, I feel like, high, but... Yeah, I think especially for US, though, once the older generations go and the newer ones come up, like... I guess it's entirely dependent on how Gen Alpha is gonna be. But again, like, nothing has changed since, like, Gen Z has been able to vote, right? And especially, like, this newer generation of Gen Z. So I wouldn't see it being that much different for those people. And also, they already have, like, left this YouTube being more established already, right? Because that was something, like, we first, like, got into, right? And, like, first found out about, discovered, was that, right? During the pandemic. But, like, since those creators now are a little more established, then I think they'll reach out to more people. And yeah, I think they get more progressive. Again, it might be the thing where men are gonna get more conservative, but I think there's a way you can deal with it, and it's not just saying shame on those people. That's for sure a way to, like, make them an alpha male. So don't do that. I even said that's literally my pinned tweet. I mean, it's about crime in general, but it's just like, yeah, just don't do that. Keep that thought to yourself, or because it's the internet, say it in private. Don't make it public. You know, it's fine otherwise. Just don't make it public for where that person can see it.
Your favorite movies and TV shows.
That's part of the reason why they're becoming alpha
Enjoy
males.
the latest releases.
Don't do it.
Get Paramount Plus, MGM Plus, Max, and more. Find your favorite movies and TV on YouTube.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna talk about Holland. Oh yeah, it was because when I was talking about my freaking on my driving rant, and how, like, you basically have to freaking, like, get a car to drive everywhere. Like, it's impressive, honestly, how few of them can drive in Hololive. Like, even the EN, it's impressive. I think like 7 of them can't. Like, that's impressive. That, like, half of them can't drive. That's crazy. In America too, because, like, most of them are American. I mean, some of them are Canadian, Bay's Australian. I think Bay can drive, though. With Australia, though, I feel like it makes more sense, because there's not as many people around, right? And so there's a lot of, like, barren space. I think driving makes more sense there. In the US, I don't think it really does. Like, I feel like trains would make sense, like bullet trains, like they do in Japan. Or just walking, you know? Like, we have legs. We can just walk places, you know? That's another thing. Just make our cities walkable, so then we can just walk it. Like, you know, that'd be cool. I'd be fine with walking places. Like, even though my calf muscles aren't that great, so I can't really do it for that long, like, I'd still rather walk than freaking drive. Because I know if I make a mistake while walking, at worst I'm probably just gonna trip. You know? I guess maybe I could break my nose or something, but I'm not gonna die, you know? Unless I somehow landed on my head, which I don't think that's gonna happen. Again, like, I think the worst would be a face plant. So, like, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Like, there's not just gonna be a guy with a freaking knife out, you know, and it's just like I walk in, I'm just like, oh, whoops, that's in your stomach now, and then I just bleed out. You know, that's not gonna happen. You know, but with cars, it's just like, oh, if you make a mistake, oh, you're dead now. It's so stupid. I also would think like expanding. This is another thought. This is kind of unrelated. I'm just looking at the House, but I think expanding the House would actually be more beneficial for Democrats. Honestly. Because, like, yeah, you'll have those more rural areas have even more seats, but, like, I think it would balance out more towards Democrats. You know? And also, it's obviously going to be a lot harder to gerrymander with so many districts. Because I think it's over 1,000, like, if you want to take, like, an actual, like, even ratio. And, like, a fair ratio. That would represent a fair amount of people. Like, yeah, it's something like that. So yeah, that's a lot of districts to map. And I'm sure, like, with Wyoming, it's probably not going to be that many, but... yeah. I mean, I think I looked it up, and I wouldn't even put us in top 3, I think, of largest governments, even if we had, like, 1,000 in the House. That's another thing. Also, the Senate should be abolished. The stupid institution. Here, white man of Wyoming, here's an extra seat in power, because you totally deserve it. Like, yeah, sure, it also is the thing with Democrats, but it's just like, it's dumb. Like, I don't even understand, like, honestly thinking back now, like, why the people from, like, Rhode Island and, what was it, New Jersey? Because New Jersey at the time was small. Like, I don't understand why they were so upset about that, because it just made sense. Just to be like, oh yeah, we don't have a lot of people, so, like, we should get less representation, because that just makes sense, you know? Like, that's how that works. I don't know why they were so up in arms about it. But they also wanted a freaking king still, and didn't want people to vote for the president democratically. So there's also that. You know. That's great. Yeah. It also just bugs me that so many, like, states went from Obama to freaking Trump. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, that's insane. I should also really work on my Victor combos. I just haven't played Tekken anymore because I just haven't worked on Victor combos, but like I really should. I mean, I really should. I think those like those combo videos, like those were when the game first came out. And I think people discovered like new ones. So yeah, I should. Look at some more modern ones. Although I'm sure they're probably more difficult. If I were to guess. I actually don't know if my computer can still handle like Quake 4 and Civ 6. Because yeah, I think I messed something up with the to where I think Quake 4 didn't work, because I think the second like I declared like a civil war or something like that, the game crashed. To be fair, it was also a mod I was using, but yeah, not great. It didn't last very long. I think it's basically back to how my old PC was, where you can't like it runs most things fine, but like yeah, with the like strategy games, you can't really play them now at this point. Which is probably for the best, honestly, because I get addicted to them very easily. So it's probably for the best. It's just, you know, sometimes you want to freaking play them and you just can't. But yeah, I really thought I was gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be so motivated, and the freaking driving thing just completely took the wind out of my sails. Just completely. Like, I know my mom's probably like actually really happy about it. It's just like I freaking hate it. It freaking sucks, dude. A lot. I think the problem is also because I'm trying to think of there's something else I wanted to say and I can't remember at this point. Which I think is also why like I'm silent and just kind of like stalling. It's like I think there was something else I just can't remember. I don't know if it's gonna come back to me. I'll probably come back to me right before I'm gonna go to bed. And it's like, oh great, awesome. That's usually how this stuff happens. It's just like for me personally, I just don't think the freeway is a good idea for me. Like I mean, I would have had to renew it anyway because my mom would have made me still have to drive to school, obviously. It's just like I would have preferred just to do that because it seems like also from what I've heard from the driving tests is like there's actually not much to it. You literally drive for like 15 minutes and you're evaluated on that. So it's like not even anything that crazy. So yeah. I have to do this on freaking school nights too. Or like school days. So yeah, screw my free time for those days, because also one of those is a Tuesday, which I stream. Fantastic. I get like 3 hours. I mean, to be fair, the streaming should be fun. It's just I'm in this trance right now. You know. That's why it's kind of a slog. Like, I just need to do other stuff, because I'm just buried here, and also, like, I don't want to make shorts. Like, what am I doing? You know, this is like a waste of time, I feel like. I need to do stuff. Okay. Awesome. I mean, also I have carpal tunnel though, so like that also is not great. And I have it for like this next week. I'm pretty sure it's something out of place in my arm, and I got a freaking little chiropractor for that. Awesome, dude, I love it. Maybe if I get like a guitar and start messing with it, then I'll enjoy myself a lot more. You know, maybe that'll help a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't even talking about another thing too, because I had like a good conversation about like critical thinking in classrooms too. Yeah, again, the freaking driving school thing completely took the wind out of my sails. I know my mom's getting mad at me, and it's like not even worth saying anything. Like, that's why I just didn't say anything whenever my mom was like, oh, it's very clear there's something wrong, because like I know it's not gonna change anything. I was always gonna rant about it on stream anyway, so yeah, that's why I just kind of stayed there. I just didn't say anything. What was it about how? Oh yeah, I already said it was them not having driver's licenses. That's what it was. Like, I've already forgotten what I talked about this stream, dude. It's bad. Ugh. I'm just not enjoying myself. You know? Just not enjoying myself. Hey, all the wildlife's dying. Yeah. Bim, 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 bim. Bim, 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 bim. I'm just here. Yeah. I'm gonna end it 20 minutes early. Because I really got nothing. Because, like, the thing is also, too, I don't even want to rent up, like, Hololive and stuff either. I don't want to do it. Yeah, it's just so frustrating, the driving thing. 'Cause, like, again, like, I just hate driving. So, like, the last thing and I have social anxiety. So, last thing I want to do right, is be in a car for 2 hours driving around with someone I don't know. It's the last thing I want to do. It's freaking awesome, dude. I love it. So fun. Cause like I was fine just doing the straight line, like in my house and the school, like that was fine. You know, I was alright with it. I just don't want to deal with this. I hate it. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my entire mind. You know, one thing I will say though is that isn't Full Mocha gonna have an Endurance 1 million stream? That's gonna be like the shortest Endurance stream, if that's the case. I'm just losing my mind. I think now I should look at all this like, yeah, I am starting to lose it again. It's just a thing, like, because it's what my friend said too, where it's just like, it's hard to look away from it. It's like, I feel like now I'm at the point where, like, I know I should stop looking at it, but like, the thing is, like, it's so, like, close, and also, like, it's so hard to not look at it because just how stupid it is. Like, God, people are gonna look back on this in history and be like, this is like one of the dumbest moments in American history. And you know what? They would probably be right. And I was a part of it. And it's just like, why? Why, man? And it's so frustrating too because we've literally had history to learn from and we just aren't applying it. You know, like that's the whole point of history classes, so we don't repeat stuff, and yet we're repeating stuff. Because I guess there just becomes a point where the government and the politicians stop caring about the people. And so, yeah, who cares about the history, am I right? You know, let's just take advantage of the people. My God, dude. I feel like honestly, maybe we just need to move on from this point, you know? Maybe Daniel will be good. And hopefully Kamala wins, and then like January 6th, they don't actually overthrow the government. So then, you know, we're alright, we're good. I'm
This
losing
fall,
my
switch
mind.
to a
That's an ad. At least it's a 6-second one. Oh, never mind. There's an unskippable 15. Uh, Oh yeah, also another thing that's annoying about this carpal tunnel thing, like I'm just on my computer all of freaking like all throughout the school day. I'm just on my computer. Like I can't really do much, you know? Without like hurting a little bit or just like staring at the electoral map. It's just like great. I love it. Because, you know, also these last 2 days, my friend wasn't there either, so I couldn't even really just have conversations, you know? Couldn't do that. It's great, dude. I love it. I think it's what blows my mind the most, is like people's lack of critical thinking and just like not making connections to history. I guess it's because most people just fell asleep during history class, but it's like, I hope people are starting to realize with this why history is so important to learn. You know? So we just don't repeat the same freaking nonsense over and over again. Which this is like the second time it's repeated, at least. So yeah, like we should probably learn, you know, at some point. We kind of had like 2 whole world wars to like learn from and like a Cold War to learn from, and we're just not doing a gosh dang thing about it. And it's insane. Instead, we're being freaking insane and not using our brains and being like, yep, the government controls the weather, which is just absolutely insane. Like, what? Why are we not using our brain, people? Come on. Just think for 2 seconds and you realize, hey, that's kind of dumb. You know? Also, same with like Asian immigrants eating pets. That's also kind of stupid when you think about it, you know? It's a stupid thing to say. Oh, yawn again. Fine. This isn't even like, if I even like make it right, this isn't gonna be a fun section of my streaming career to look back on. It's just me complaining about politics all the time. I mean, I think when like the Ian Recco stuff happened, like I was more balancing it, you know? But like that was back in like July and August, you know, there was at least still some time in between. But yeah, when I was like talking about that stuff, mostly. Then I feel like those are fun, not these ones. I also like just throwing Hololive stuff with like I sprinkle it in with me just completely talking about politics too. You know, that's great. Definitely gonna have all these people watching. It's great. I hate it. I think I'm just gonna stop 10 minutes early. I think it just bothers me the most. Like, I just can't do anything about it, man. Like, I just have to watch it. I just have to watch all this nonsense unfold. But, like, what audience do I have to influence? You know, like, I have nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like, it's insane. Like, there's nothing I can do but just watch. Just watch an insane, like, intense disappointment. You know? Just the most disappointment. Yeah, I also assume those TikToks have 0 views because I literally had like a week's worth of TikToks I put up and it didn't matter. They're all at 0. You know, every day I had one up and they got nothing. Fantastic, dude. I love that. Amazing. Yeah, I guess I already did the outro stuff. But yeah, I'll see you Sunday where hopefully I'm happier. Maybe do stuff finally. I think there was something I was planning on doing and be like, screw it, I'll just do it now. Yep, obviously I've said why that's not the case, but yeah, today was gonna be probably a productive day if that thing didn't get thrown at me. That's awesome, dude. It's fantastic. Of course, literally the day before, I'm like, just drop it too. Like, just stop bothering. And then the day after, it's like, oh, hey, actually, it works. Like, dude. Why? I just don't want to drive for 2 hours straight. It's so dumb. But I know my mom just wants me to get a freaking driver's license as fast as possible, so there's no point in arguing about it with her. Because she's just gonna get mad, and there's nothing to do about it. Probably just say I'm egocentric, or like something along those lines. There's nothing I can do, you know, just... It's great. I love it. Thing is though, like, I'm pretty sure she can't even get a second job still though, too, because she's waiting on, like, I'm pretty sure a bill to be paid too. Like, it doesn't even make sense for me to get it ASAP at this point. Like, if there was nothing else and that was the one block, sure, but like, there's also something else that's preventing her from also looking for a second job. So like, I don't know. It's just stupid. I don't want to go on the freeway for 2 hours, man. Like that. Like, I'm sure there's so much better stuff I could be doing. Like watching YouTube videos the whole 2 hours. I say that jokingly, but that's honestly probably what would happen. Yeah, I might end it now. You know, I keep saying that I will end it and I don't end it, but I might end it now. You know, I think I'll see you then. Maybe. This freaking God, dude. See you freaking Sunday then. Bye.